Well, good evening, everyone. It's Gerda here from Private Practice Success. I hope you are having a great evening wherever else you might be finding yourself tonight. So tonight I am live in the Private Practice Success for Allied Health Professionals group. And the reason why I'm live with you guys and not on my Facebook page is that Facebook is still not allowing me to live stream from my public page. Now I've sent through a query, still waiting for them to get back to me, haven't heard anything. So I'm doing the next best thing because I've committed to my 90-day vlog and I intend to complete it. So today is vlog number 41. I'm live streaming in here, and then what I'll do is I'll save it to my phone, I'll upload it onto YouTube, and I'll also upload it to LinkedIn, to my public Facebook page, and so forth, so that other people can see it whom's not in this group. So if you are joining me, please let me know that you are here. It's always great to hear from you guys. So I am at home, so I might have some interruptions. It's like early evening, and there goes a Lego plane that Ethan built. All right, so the topic for today is to walk in your client's shoes. Alrighty, so, and I guess the reason why I decided on this topic was that one of our Private Practice Success members posted earlier on today in our group, and the question was, has anybody used insert name organization to get client referrals? So I won't say the name of that organization because obviously you know, this is going to be on my public page, and I have never heard of that organization, I must admit. So the first thing, of course, that I do is I hop onto online and I have a quick read and see what they're all about. But before I even looked at what would it mean to me as a clinician or a practice owner in terms of how much it costs, how does it work logistically, that type of thing, my natural instinct was first to find out what would the client experience be. So I immediately signed up as a client looking for a psychologist and really wanting to experience, you know, what questions do they ask me, how much stuff, pages of information do I need to complete, and how do they then match me with a psychologist. And at the end, basically, they matched me with 24 possible psychs. And I thought to myself, the whole idea was for this to be easier, not harder. And if I'm anxious or I'm depressed and I'm overwhelmed and I'm just not motivated, for me as a client, having to choose between 24 possible people that met my criteria or that matched with me would be so overwhelming, you know, that I would rather just not bother. It would be too hard, because how do you know of those 24 people who's going to help you the best? And there goes a Lego plane again. So really my first reaction was, I don't like this, and maybe that's because it's new, but I just thought, no, I'm not sure how this is going to help a client versus a client going to the doctor and the doctor recommending somebody who they already know, who they trust, who they've worked with. Yes, it still requires the client to go through the effort of going to see the doctor, but I would hope that the client would have that trust in their GP. So I basically looked at that, and what was the other thing? I'm sure there was something else that I didn't like. Can't remember now off the top of my head. Oh yes, it was the fact that it felt almost like a dating site to me. Like, I've never been on Tinder, but you know, you hear people talk about swipe left and swipe right, and it almost felt like that you're being matched with possible 24 other well, psychologists that you as a client could go and see, and you having to make a selection like swipe left or swipe right in terms of who you like. So I guess the message is that Hi, lovely. As a business owner, you really need to, I would say, every now and then, just stop and go, let's walk in the client's shoes. What is the client experience like at my practice? From when they call in, you know, how long does it take for the phone to be answered? Or if they leave a message, for their message to be returned? You know, how does it feel as a client to walk into the practice? You know, what do they see? What do they hear? What do they smell? You know, how are they treated? Is their bathrooms, you know, what is their whole experience like in terms of dealing with you and your practice, from reception through to clinician through to everybody involved in that client experience? Because if you want a practice that stands out from the crowd, and we all know that more and more people are going into private practice, you need to offer great customer service. And it's not only for standing out and having that wow factor. I strongly believe that it is our responsibility to make sure that seeking help is as easy as possible, as accessible as possible, and as pleasant as possible for our clients. It's really hard, painful work to come for therapy, and we really owe it towards our clients to make that process as easy as possible to them. Okay, so that's my message for you today. Really, maybe tomorrow morning when you go into the practice, walk in and put your client hat on and go, I'm a client, what do I see? Let's look at my practice through fresh eyes, and really try and experience what is it like for my client when they come in, and really go through that whole process and go through that very analytically, critically, but constructively, and identify things that you can change in your practice to make it a better experience for your clients and their families that might be coming with them and dropping them off, collecting them, everybody really involved. So as usual, I would love for you to comment on here. I can't see any comments that has arisen here. Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing, seeing that it's in a group and I'm used to posting live on a Facebook page. So yes, even if you're watching the recording after the fact, please you know, leave your comments. Maybe tomorrow after you've gone through the practice, come back here and let me know what you found, or maybe you just found that, you know, it actually is an awesome experience. I'm really happy in terms of what's happening, that type of thing. So I'm going to leave you with that. Have a fabulous evening, everyone, and remember, as always, all you need to do is say yes to your very own ultimate level 5 private practice. I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.